Hello guys, this is S&S Cake Bakery with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this heart sculpture cake for Valentine's Day. First, I started out using Rice Krispie for the base of the cake and red velvet cake for the top half of the cake. For the cake structure, I used a cake tower. I know this may seem a little weird, but it actually worked out pretty well. So first I began carving the Rice Krispie into the shape of the bottom of a heart, and as you can see here, I'm carving the top half of the cake into the shape of a heart as well. And before I finished carving the top half of the cake, I filled the cake with cream cheese buttercream. You can use pretty much any type of frosting for your cake, but cream cheese frosting and red velvet cake was what I used for this cake, so it's pretty much your preference on what you want to do. And now, as you can see here, I'm just continuing to carve the shape of the heart. Just know that it may take a while to achieve the exact shape that you're going for, so just be a little patient, and I also started to carve the top of the cake slanted on the front and the back of the cake. Usually 3D hearts are slanted on the front and the back of the top part and round at the bottom, so that's the shape I was just basically going for here. And another quick tip, in order to get a more defined shape for your cake, it's best to wrap it in cling wrap and place it into the freezer for 1 hour, and after it is hardened, you can begin to carve it again. And this will basically help to keep it from crumbling, especially if your cake is very soft. So now, after the cake has frozen again in the freezer, I'm just going over the cake to get a more defined shape pretty much. After you've gotten the shape you want it, you can now just pretty much crumb coat the cake. I added a good amount of frosting to fill in any lumps on the Rice Krispie. And once you've added pretty much a good amount of frosting to your cake, you can now smooth out the buttercream with your cake scraper. Alrighty, so as for this part, to give the heart a more realistic look, I rolled out small pieces of fondant and placed it onto the cake so that it would look like veins were actually on the inside of the cake. And covering the cake was pretty difficult. As you can see here, I started from the top and worked my way to the bottom of the cake just to prevent the fondant from folding or ripping, which would have caused me to start all over again. So it's best to work slowly but quickly at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. And here I'm just covering up the top and the bottom of the pole with fondant so that way it will blend together with the cake for the finished look. And as you can see here, I used black and red spray paint to achieve the blood red tone for the cake. I applied 2 coats of paint to get this look. And, basically just paint it on with the paintbrush. It's not very difficult. And it only took like I said, 2 coats. So for this part right here, I used a wood textured mat to achieve the wood grain look for the cake board. I also used brown gel paste and black spray paint together to get this tone of color as well. So, and there you have it. A heart sculpture cake for Valentine's Day. I hope you like this video, and please subscribe and like this video. Thank you.